I have paint all over my hands. I've been working on redoing the camper to bring out to the glorious land that you see. I wasn't originally going to do any filming, but I feel like this is actually a really important day. My dad is here. Say hi, Dad.
Hi.
And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to stake off where the yurt is going to go. The septic comes in next week, and the guys wanted to know roughly where the yurt's going to be placed, because they're going to take out some additional trees since they're going to be here already. So some of these are going to have to come down so that my front deck, which will go up probably next year, so that I have that space accounted for. So it makes a lot of sense to go ahead and mark off where the yurt's going to go now. And why that's actually like really exciting is it's going to be the first time that I get to actually really truly feel kind of like what the space of my future home will look like. I've been in my friend's 35-foot yurt, but I have not been in a 30-foot yurt. So I can't imagine there's a huge difference, but it's exciting. It's going to get the creative juices flowing and maybe give me a little bit of motivation to get some of the boring paperwork stuff done. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and stake it off. So we have the rough estimate of where the very middle of the yurt will be, which is right here. And then 15 feet out where my dad is, he's pounding the outside perimeter stake. And then ideally there will be about a 3-foot, maybe 4-foot wide sort of plank between the wall of the yurt and outside. And that's so that I can access the entire outside of the yurt, you know, to clean stuff or repair stuff or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bigger stake in the very middle and then measure out 15 feet, like out that way, out that way, out that way, and so on. And then mark it all off, so then we'll have a complete circle for where the yurt platform will go. Gosh, it's pretty out here. So pretty. I love that.
Okay, there's your middle.
All right, we got the middle. So we staked out the entire perimeter of the yurt and then laid some branches down. You know, I know it's really hard to find branches out here, but put some branches out to get a more sense of the space. And, you know, hopefully you can see it. This is going to be a 30-foot diameter yurt, and that 30 feet creates a 703 square foot living space. So you should be able to see the whole thing there. And then that's the very middle. So then it's just 15 feet out, you know, the rest of the way. So this is the first, the first concept of the year. I guess the first, I don't know, the first time seeing it. And now I feel like I need to go back to the drawing board of where everything is going to go, except for the doors. The doors are where the doors are going to be, and that's fine. But I got to figure out which way to turn it. Good morning or afternoon. I don't even know what time it is right now. Maybe noon. But my friend and I camped out here last night and had a lot of fun. Met one of my new neighbors. Very nice guy. Used to be a school teacher at the Elmwood public school. And, you know, we had some drinks and some hanging out, and I'm just feeling a little torn right now. Kind of good, bad. So everything is very raw still. You know, we've done some improvements around here. It's definitely more comfortable to be out here camping. But starting this week is when the footings are going to happen. The footings will be poured for the foundation of the yurt platform. And so it's yet another evolution in this whole project. And it's exciting, but it also makes me feel a little weird in my tummy. But it has to get done if I want to live in my house, you know, this winter. And speaking of my house, I've managed to order my cabinets and a toilet, and all that other stuff that you need to live with. I got my, you know, my fireplace stove ordered and all sorts of things ordered, you know. The wallet definitely feels it. But again, it's one-time purchase that's pretty essential for living this kind of lifestyle. Or, you know, living, whether it's this lifestyle or a regular, like, stick-built home. So, with everything that's been done on the land, I thought I would conclude this video with just a little bit of a tour of what it looks like now. And then hopefully I'll come in and catch some footage later this week as the platform starts to happen. So, let's go for a walk. We're gonna go that way. So here we are. A lot of you guys know that I got a camper. So there's the camper, there's Goldilocks. She still needs some work, but it was very it's comfortable to be in. It's cozy, it feels pretty secure. We have a nice fire pit. My friend Nicole recommended that one. She had it at her place out in Maine on Sebago, and just really cool little fire pit. Well, it's a big fire pit. So one of the projects I had planned on doing this weekend was to take my chainsaw and cut up a bunch of wood and get it stacked here to start drying. And I mean, this is just for like campfire wood, not for like burning in the yurt kind of wood, but campfire wood. But my chainsaw ran out of battery power before we could get much more than this done. So I'll come out later this week and have a work day and do some more. So this is pretty boring, but pretty essential. The electric box, the meter pole, or whatever you call it. So this should be done this week, which means I can plug in Goldilocks, which means I can have light. And I mean, I could have light before, but you know, an electric light, I feel weird about burning candles in there. But anyway, that'll happen. And once this is all set up, then the well comes in. The well will be approximately here, because you see the blue tubes, that's part of the septic, and that's running up into the yurt. And if we come up this hill, this is where the yurt will go. This post here, this is like kind of that's the middle of the 30-foot diameter yurt. But why I picked this spot is when you're standing up here, your view is just down and up as well. I mean, it's beautiful. This is very nice. That is the septic drain field, kind of essential. And it will be all grassed, because that's where my sweet pup will have a place to roam and have fun and be free. So let's take a little walk up the driveway. The brand new driveway. Whoever thought a driveway could be so exciting? It's certainly not me, but here I am, and I'm happy about it every time I drive in here. And then I have this monstrous pile of wood. And I mean, monstrous. This is, I don't think there's another word for this. And I don't think that this camera really fully captures what I'm talking about here. So let's take a look. So I'm 5'4". That is probably a good 10 feet up in the air, maybe? It's huge. But if we back up, look at this glorious sun. So once this pile is cleared out, this becomes the garden. And I'll take you around to the other side so you can see the backside. Okay, so coming up the driveway a little bit more, I'm coming around. Now we're on the backside of that giant wood pile. And so in here is where the garden and fruit trees, garden and fruit trees pretty much will be. So let's just finish walking up the driveway. What I really appreciate about this driveway is that it kind of banks, it kind of has that curve that I had talked about in an earlier video. And that worked out really, really well. Because you can't really see anything from the road. You have to get in, and then it winds around a bit, which is just awesome. Another big mess I have to clean up. And the other project of the weekend was to get the mailbox put in. And look at that. It's the stand, but no actual post box, because I don't have screws. You were right, Dad. There, it's on camera. Dad, you were right. I needed screws. So I'll come back out maybe tomorrow and finish that up, because I really want to get mail here. I love mail so much. And I can't wait to see what my first official piece of mail will be. Will it be from a credit card company? Will it be an AARP letter? Will it be one of the millions of invoices that I have to pay? Or will it be a nice sweet note from one of my sweet friends? I guess we will have to just wait and see.